What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Havoc Sports Podcast. Today is not a fantasy breakdown, as we will get that later on in the week. But today, we're going to be breaking down the NFL top 100 players of the 2023-2024 season.
I mean, it is bad.
And I think the top 10 is pretty close to correct. There's no order yet.
I didn't even see the top 10.
It releases today.
But I was going to say, for me, we've known this for a while. We've talked about it in the NBA, but I mean, top ranking players when it goes off people who actually don't know the players and like how they actually play, and they don't look at how the players play. They just go off their name.
I think they do this based on player voting.
This is player voting?
I think each one fills out ballots.
Well, then this can't be all stats. There's no way.
This is we're going to break down some of these picks.
Is this
yeah, top 100 of last season.
Last season?
Yeah, this is why I say we're going to break down some of these picks, because some of these are just make no sense. I don't know what the players are taking, smoking, drinking, what they're doing, writing down some of these names. I highlighted a couple to throw some surprises at Harry. But yeah, we're just gonna break it down. We can start with number 100. We know we like cold slander around here. Zaire Franklin at number 100.
Cheeks.
Yeah.
Get him out.
1.5 sacks.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
100.
I mean, he is second solo tackles.
He's
forced
cheeks.
fumbles 31st.
Bad. I would.
Yeah.
I don't think he's. Whatever, dude. I don't know.
100.
We ain't talking about Colts. Like I said, they get minimum or maximum 30 seconds. So that's all the Colts players we'll talk about for the day. But moving on, there is a couple picks in here. Do you have anything from 100 to 90?
Oh yeah. Number 92.
Yeah.
Aaron
And number
Rodgers.
93 too. To be honest, he stinks too.
Yeah,
now.
I think he's just. At
Harrison
least he played.
Harrison Smith's like 40, bro.
We're going off past season, top 100. Let me paint the picture for everybody. Past season, you're writing down your top 100. In what world do you pick a guy that has one snap played on the season, zero of anything else? No yards, no touchdowns. I mean, the good news is he had no interceptions, but Aaron Rodgers did not play a single snap he played one snap last season. His highlight was running with the American flag. That is the only reason, because that was such a cool clip. That's the only reason I think you can put him at 92. He did nothing. So why are we as players picking him?
I fail to believe this list is off last year if he's on here. Like, I don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, usually you do it year by year. That's why things change, because players way outperform their expectations and they rise up the rankings.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a terrible pick, though. You're right. Aaron Rodgers, bad. I mean, if he played, like you said, if he played, he'd be top 50 probably. But
and like, I know Trevor Lawrence wasn't good, but he's at 94. At least he played.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Looking up more on the list, I don't really see anything too nuts. Montez Sweat only being 82 is kind of crazy.
Yeah. No Patriots.
No Patriots.
I'm not surprised. We probably wouldn't even made top 200.
Yeah.
Or one player that we had a chance.
Kyren Williams. Kyren Williams is pretty high.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
Kyren
like
Williams
that.
is high. Well, he had a really good season, though, which is why I say based off of last year. Because before that, who the heck was Kyren Williams? All right. And then he had that one blow up. He really kind of showed out. I got another guy, a little not as much beef as I do with Aaron Rodgers, but at 69, Cooper Kupp, and I think this is kind of what people expect him to be. He dealt with injuries, he missed some games. I don't necessarily mind him at 69, but if you're gonna have Amari Cooper sitting there at 70, who had 72 receptions for 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns, versus 59 receptions, 737 yards, and 5 touchdowns. by default, even though there was injuries, would say Amari Cooper had a pretty dang good year.
Yeah, I know a better year is 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah,
And that's a really good year.
Like, I'm not saying Amari Cooper needs to be above and beyond, but I think you could definitely make the case for him to be up over a couple of these guys.
My point was just DJ Moore's not even on the list.
Yeah.
That's 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns.
And Brandon Ayuk being at 66 is kind of criminal.
Bro,
'Cause
I
think he
just
had,
don't get it.
1,400.
You're telling me you're not taking DJ Moore over Jalen Waddle? You're telling me you're not taking DJ Moore over... I mean, who else is on this list?
Jalen Waddle had a pretty good season last year, too.
Garrett Wilson over
quiet.
Garrett Wilson? You're taking Garrett Wilson last year over DJ Moore?
That comes down to a case. Aaron Rodgers shouldn't be on this list. There's no need for Aaron Rodgers on this list.
Oh,
There's
I don't
a
like
spot.
it.
You can
Bears got screwed.
I can give you another 100 people that could be in at 92.
Yeah. Bears got screwed for sure. Jalen Johnson,
Yeah.
the number 1 ranked corner, not even on the list.
Yeah, he didn't even come close. Like,
That's bonkers.
yeah.
But
I mean, but that goes to show the lower the seed you are,
yeah. I
you
mean,
just don't.
I mean the Jets. The Jets were terrible last year too, though.
I got one guy that I think was criminally low on this list, and I think Raheem Mostert at 60 is a crime. Led the league in touchdowns. He had 209 attempts, 1,000 yards, 18 touchdowns. Averaged 4.8 yards a carry. That is not bad. That is a really good season. Led the league in touchdowns again. At 60?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
This guy was like a top 5
The guy
running
below him,
back.
I've never even heard of the guy below him. The defensive tackle for the Ravens, Justin Madubuike. I've never even heard of that guy.
I mean, like I'm looking at these people and I keep seeing the running backs pop up after him.
Okay, but let's look at 57.
I just don't like it.
You're telling me no one wants that? No one wants a player that's number 57 in the top 100?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that or he just wants too much money. I guess.
There's just no way. Yeah,
I don't know.
at this point in the season, I fail to believe that he just wants too much money where the season's about to start.
That or he's
but the
just
season's
waiting
about
to
to
see
start.
That or he's just waiting to see if he can get a top tier team.
Yeah, he's.
Because
I
if you
don't
want
know.
a lot of money, a lot of times you gotta go to a trash
He is
award.
31 or 32, but
He's still playing great.
He was one of the top safeties in the league last year.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know. When I saw Raheem Mostert, he was better than Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's at 49.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not being mean. Derrick Henry's still good and he can still play, but he was not.
Devontae Adams
he
at
wasn't
40
better.
is terrible too. He had terrible.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had no quarterback.
Well, I got Jamar Chase at 45. Joe Burrow missed 7 games, and Jamar Chase still had 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns. Joe Burrow, again, who missed 7 games, he had 2,300 passing yards, which is 25th in the NFL, ranked for QBs. 15 touchdowns, 21st. QBR of 51.6, which is 20th. Now, which one do you think would rank higher? Well, obviously Joe Burrow. I mean, missed 7 games. Why not put him at 39? Definitely not the threat that Jamar Chase is doing it with the backup quarterback, getting that backup quarterback paid money. Like, I don't understand. Matt Stafford at 42 in between them. Matt Stafford should be over Joe Burrow. Almost 4,000 passing yards, puts him at 11th. 24 touchdowns, puts him at 11th. QBR of 63.5, puts him at 6th. Yeah, he had 11 picks, but
yeah.
he didn't miss any time.
I see what you're saying. Joe Burrow's wasn't good last year. Who was their backup there? But it's kind of
Yeah, I don't remember
I forget his name, but he was actually like doing decent.
Yeah,
I
but
forget.
is Joe Burrow good?
Yeah.
Does
he's
Joe
good.
Burrow, when he's healthy, should be up there higher than 39? Yes, but Joe Burrow
This
had the
year
most
was
mediocre
not
season
number
when he
39.
played because he was playing with injury. He just doesn't deserve to be this high on the list.
Yeah, neither does. I'm kind of hop, skipping, and jumping around, but George Kittle at 14 either.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got him highlighted. I highlighted Puka, too, at 33. I think he could have been a little bit higher, especially since he's a rookie
well,
putting up
Puka
those
could have been
numbers.
higher, but I also think Khalil Mack also had like one of a great season.
Yeah,
and
I
you're
think-
telling me Dexter Lawrence did better than him?
I think Khalil Mack just ran into a case of a background team.
Well, that needs a background player in
Yeah.
his own position.
Like,
Everybody
I
pays
saw-
attention to Joey
Yeah,
Bosa.
I saw Khalil Mack at 29, I think it was, and I was like, huh? I went and did my research, and I was like, okay, he definitely deserves to be there. I just think Puka, with all the records he broke, 1,400 yards, 33 is kind of low. I also think you could make a case for C.J. Stroud. He's at 20. I'm not saying he can go up a lot more, but if you wanted to fight to put him anywhere in the top 15, I wouldn't hate it. Again, he's a rookie, but putting up 4,000 yards, 23 tutties that's kind of crazy. And then I
was
marked.
kind of surprised to not see Stephon Gilmore in this either. He had a really good year with the Cowboys.
Dallas
the Cowboys.
corners got kind of. I mean, Bland's up there somewhere, but
Well, Bland's top 25.
Yeah.
Or he's top 31.
But the other corners,
but Trevon Diggs wasn't up there.
Trayvon Diggs is overrated.
Stephon Gilmore wasn't
I'll
up
die on
there.
that. Trayvon
Stephon-
Diggs is overrated.
Yeah, did you see his brother's not even signed? Quandre Diggs?
Yeah.
He's not even signed, and he's good.
Yeah. I highlighted, speaking of Cowboys, the one everybody loves to hate, Dak Prescott at 16. I actually like this, and I think Dak Prescott could have been a lot higher. I think Dak Prescott could have been top 10.
Better than Jalen?
Yeah. And I think this comes down to the fact, and the reason I say this, you cannot just look at playoffs. You have to look at the season as a whole, because we already know Dak Prescott, playoffs, he's easily the worst quarterback, no matter what team makes the playoffs. We already know that. But 4,500 passing yards, ranks third. 36 touchdowns, ranks first. 9 interceptions, ranks 95th. He had a QBR of 72.7, ranks second. This is a top 3 quarterback in rankings across the board throughout the season, again, which you have to take account for, and you got him at 16.
I mean, what other quarterbacks are they going to put above him besides Jalen Hurts? Patrick Mahomes,
Lamar
Josh
Jackson,
Allen?
Josh Allen.
3, 4,
I-
technically 4 with Jalen.
Yeah.
I think those 4 quarterbacks are better than him, though.
I think you could put Dak Prescott's stats over Jalen Hurts this year.
Maybe not with the rushing. I don't know.
I mean, his rushing upside is good, yeah, but when
when you take in consider of Jalen Hurts' rushing, how many touchdowns he gets with rushing, and then you can take in consider how many touchdowns he gets
he's
with
probably
passing.
pretty close to 36,
Yeah.
but his passing yards aren't that good.
Well, yeah, but
He didn't make a lot of the right decisions this year.
he runs more.
I know, but he runs
I'd
a
like
lot
to
of
see the
1
total
yard, 1 yard
yardage.
touchdowns.
The
It's
total
the
yardage.
push. Like he gets 15 touchdowns, and each touchdown's 1 yard. So, like, I don't mind Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is definitely somewhere up there for sure. But I didn't look at Jalen Hurts this year and was like elite. Like that guy. That's the guy. I didn't look at Mahomes until the playoffs this year and go, that's the best quarterback this year. Like, Mahomes was struggling throughout the season. If you go back and you look at the statistics of games, Mahomes was not having a great time until they got to the playoffs. And then Mahomes woke up.
Yeah, Dak had 100 more yards than Jalen Hurts total.
I think Josh Allen should have been higher on this list.
Where is he at? 12?
But,
Yeah, that's not a bad spot for him, though.
George Kittle.
He kind of struggled with, remember, his pick to interception ratio was kind of bad.
Yeah, but George Kittle at 14.
Yeah, that's
1,000
terrible.
yards. He ranked 24th. 6 touchdowns. I think a lot of this has to come down to the fact that he's probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, blocking tight end.
Yeah, I was about to say
So
blocking.
he probably got a lot of inside defensive lineman votes, would be my guess. And then the last guy I have highlighted, and I have no idea how he did not make the top 10, is CeeDee Lamb. It makes no sense to me. 135 receptions. First. 1,750 yards. Second to only Tyreek Hill. Let me say that again. 1,750. 12 touchdowns, ranks third. How do those numbers not get you in?
Yeah, I don't know. And, I mean, really, I mean, there's what wide receivers are going to be above him?
Tyreek, that's it. I think that's the only one in the top 10.
Yeah, because
left.
Justin Jefferson's already out.
I mean, I'm glad Fred Warner got his recognition too, but like CeeDee Lamb, I don't get it because you got Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Tyreek Hill, Lamar, Patrick, Kelsey, Chris Jones, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Bosa, I think.
No, he's already on. He's already on there.
So I think there's another 49er I'm missing.
Trent Williams.
Yes, that's who it is. And then there's one more player that I'm missing as a whole.
Was Mark Andrews on there, or was he hurt last year?
He was hurt last year. Let me go see here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think.
I saw a post about it.
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, he's not gonna be in there. Sorry, it's not happening.
Did you see Justin Fields was actually doing good in training camp?
Yeah, he's very good in training camp. He was no dots.
Oh, and this episode's recorded on the second? It's the second, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yesterday was the Bears opener game for preseason, the Hall of Fame game, and so they took a good dub last night. We got a good wide receiver 4 in the making.
Max Crosby.
Max Crosby. Yeah, that makes sense. At top 10.
CD should be in there instead of him.
Yeah. Or I'd put CD at 11 and put Fred Warner over Max Crosby.
Fred Warner. It's about time Fred Warner gets some recognition.
He's the best middle linebacker in the league.
Has been the best middle linebacker in the league for like past 4 years.
Yeah, but that's our kind of observation on the list. That we've obviously kind of realized that the list really doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
Going off into the statistic.
Rest comes in tonight.
Yeah, the top 10 comes in tonight at 8, but statistically wise, it doesn't really add up too well
there's a lot
with
of question
last
marks.
year. Yeah.
But it's player voted,
But
so at least there's that.
We did prolong our fantasy draft for
Yeah.
this year's fantasy league, so we will be going over that probably next episode, I'd say. This one's kind of been a little short episode, 17 minutes. We're trying to keep it a little shorter because we know not a lot of people want to listen to two people talk for 25, 30 minutes because you don't have the time for that.
When the season gets going, the episodes are probably going to be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't sit here and break down every single game every week. But that's not to say we won't break down some good games. Obviously, if it's a blowout,
we'll touch on the Bears and Patriots every game.
Yeah,
or every week.
We'll touch on
we
the
have
Bears.
to.
We'll touch on the Bears. And yeah, I mean, we're just gonna break down some key games, but obviously that takes time and that takes dedication to listeners to try to listen to breakdowns. So we'll probably pick 3 or 4 games to break down each week. The football season is here.
It's back.
We're
baby.
back, baby.
Yeah. But
yeah,
we'll talk to you next Friday. We appreciate all the views. We appreciate everybody giving us their input on what to talk about and what to go over and what they would like to see in the future. And just keep pushing that support and giving us ideas because at some point we are going to have to hit the tables and start figuring out what we're going to talk about. But it won't be anytime soon because football season is back.
Yes.
So we'll peace out. Talk to you guys later and have a good weekend. Have a good week and stay safe. See you Friday.
See ya.
Peace.